On the occasion of this trip to China, Almighty God sends me an urgent message. Why does Ruma have to come to this place by myself? To merely look at the gloomy Chinese sky. It has been 10 years. I am back in China today. The streets remain crowded with people. Life is bustling. Mansions and cars are seen everywhere. Dear Almighty God, are sentient beings aware of the following fact? It is Ruma's mission to convey this unhappy message to China. The Chinese are about to suffer the unrest and miserable circumstances on earth. What shall Ruma say? It is Nanning City in which Ruma's footsteps imprinted. Initially, Ruma just keeps smiling and greeting when meeting Chinese people. No matter how many journeys will be taken, they are inadequate to measure Ruma's painful heart. I feel hurt in my heart even at the debut of this trip. Ruma wonders whether this journey could measure sentient beings' perception. This trip is hard to be compared to other long trips which have filled up my life. Does any sentient beings interpret any of Almighty God's message conveyed by Ruma? This Ruma's trip to China is to enable sentient beings to be aware of Almighty God's sacred message. Their lives are faraway carriages full of illusions. Ruma, who is the enlightened living master, is wondering how to awaken humans' awareness that the karmic retaliation is coming. Be awakened, Chinese beings. The first Chinese city Ruma visits is Nanning. Ruma is devoted to traveling all over China to spread the true Dharma and Almighty God's holy sound to cleanse mankind's karma. Unfortunately, Chinese beings are not aware of what true Dharma is. What shall Ruma say? Chinese people have not realized the necessity of righteous cultivation. Though local dwellers frequent Buddhist temples, regularly chant Buddhist scriptures, and worship relatively often, their inner wisdom has not been awakened yet. My familiar and predestined sentient beings look at me as if we are strangers. What should Ruma do during this trip? Dear Almighty God, Ruma has repeatedly descended this earth and returned to my ultimate realm for infinite lives, and the practices continue. Humans are predestined to gather and come apart, which is regulated by a specifically conditioned chance. Ruma confidently passes happy beings during this my missionary trip, whereas the unhappy ones hold me back. Despite my embodiment of a true enlightened master, I feel sad inside my heart. How shall Ruma communicate to enable Nanning beings awareness of the sacred message? Oh, Ruma feels relatively worried when local beings are about to sink into the depths of their boundless, miserable future. Ruma desires for their awakeness and awareness of my communicative idea. Ruma intends to transfer messages, but how hard it is, for my throat is choked with bitterness. For numerous lives, Chinese beings have never experienced a blissful life. The battle history still remains and marks this place piled up with countless humans, flesh and blood. No matter how changing the world is, these beings keep staying in their endless karmic suffering. No matter how hard Ruma's heart is, my steps forward keep moving on every path of life. How should Ruma deal with Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's sacred message on this missionary trip? Dear Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, why do you ask Ruma to go to China? Today's China is not as similar as the past China. Today's China is fully covered with extravagance, magnificent material wealth. Spirituality is no longer available. The up and down human life is unceasingly challenging. Beings' painful suffering even clings to them when their earthly life ends. No one realized that karmic retaliation is about to occur here, resulting in miserable tribulation. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has assigned my presence here to neutralize this karmic retribution. Ruma has already arrived in Nanning. How can Ruma transmit this sacred message to people here? How can Ruma continue the next journey? Ruma has not been able to say anything. The first day is almost over. Ruma keeps sitting here alone, drinking tea in contemplation, without knowing anyone to talk to. Why do the local beings fall into a pool of constant suffering? That transmitting the sacred message has not been fulfilled yet causes my uneasy feeling. Dear Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, human beings' life here remains insecure. Traveling around Nanning, Ruma's heart is so choked that I have not been able to raise voice. Ruma is dedicated to granting Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva compassion embedded in this sacred message to the Nanning locals. Dear human beings, local humans' heavy karmas prevent them from listening to Ruma's saying. Being unable to say anything, Ruma quietly wandered to see the scenery of the locals' life. Ruma silently looks at the sky and feels the cold blowing wind from the river. The first afternoon has passed and the next one has come. Ruma stays silent. Dear Nanning locals, how shall Ruma do to save you all when the karmic retaliation is approaching? Dear Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, may you send Ruma your instructive message for such a context. It is hard for Ruma to say anything at this time. I just keep waiting for their soon awakening. Exchanging farewell greetings and handshakes hurts my heart, which Ruma can share with no one. Ruma's this missionary trip is to spread Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's sacred message. During my stay in Nanning, none of the local beings are wise enough to pray for my blessings. They are stuck to the earning for living without realizing that their life is the mixed play of comedy and tragedy. They even have not realized that karmic retribution is promptly invading. When their karmic retaliation approaches, they are so astonishingly scared that all their limbs stay still, which is too late to deal with. It is hard for Ruma to say anything. Sadly, Ruma waved hands to Nanning as my farewell greetings. Ruma wonders if the next province's beings convey sentient merits to receive the sacred messages from me. Ruma keeps stepping forward and waiting patiently. May Nanning province receive bliss and peace. Without fulfilling Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's sacred message, Ruma wholeheartedly and silently transformed local beings. Dear Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, may you have mercy on Nanning. May your on-high compassionate light illuminate this place. May Nanning beings realize the liberation path, practice meditation, and go vegans. Ruma sincerely bows to apologize Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Ruma has been traveling throughout the entire universe for infinite lives. Arriving Nanning this time, I keep wandering around and feeling lonely. Ruma's sincere thanks go to Nanning for welcoming my visit. Goodbye, Nanning. Despite Ruma's arrival here in person, I was unable to transmit Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's sacred message. Unfortunately, Nanning will definitely struggle to face the forthcoming karmic retaliation. What shall Ruma do to help sentient beings? They just fear the result of karma without realizing the required avoidance of the karmic cause. Ruma feels pity in my heart to witness Almighty God's challenges on humanity.